Yes, yes, y'all. You know what time it is? It's time for your daily nourishment, your daily dose of goodness, love, positivity, of all the things that are good in this world. We bring it to you every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, thedailybreadproject.com. And as usual, I am recruiting the help of the smartest, most positive, most brilliant people I know. So, in just a second, I'm going to have our guest join us and bring this thing live to Facebook, to the Facebooks. All right. So, I see that she is here. Yes, a woman, believe it or not. We have been surrounded by dudes this whole time. Siri's talking to me. I think Siri's spying on me. All right, I'm going to promote you to panelists. I'm going to bring us live to Facebook while I'm doing that, and then we're going to rock into this thing. And if the technology gods are looking after us today, it will all work, and we will all be happy. We'll spread light and positivity everywhere. And if not, we'll record it and put it up later. It ain't going to fade my game. Let's see. All right, looks like our guest is here just waiting to get on. Let me get this thing live to Facebook. I'm going to share it to my page, my personal profile. And if you want to share it too, you're welcome to. All right. The Daily Bread Project going live on Facebook, coming at ya. So let me do the intro. I guess I'll do an intro. And then we'll jump into it. You are listening to the dailybreadproject.com. Out there, the world is crazy. The media wants you to be scared. Fear is on everybody's face in the form of a face mask. And they keep telling you, stay away from each other, social distance, stay apart. And I'm here to tell you that's BS. We need to be together now more than ever. And that is why we bring you the dailybreadproject.com every day, 10 a.m. Eastern. And it ain't just me. It's the smartest, most positive people I know. And I'm so stoked to have one of those people with me. I got to unmute her. Miss Jill Allen, what is up?
Hey, doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad
I'm
that we're
so
here.
stoked. Yes. And
Yeah, this
I
is
am
awesome.
going to do a screen share here because I want to share this
Okay.
with anybody that's watching really quickly. This is Jill Allen from Find Your Fierce. And here's a little secret. And this might upset some people at the podcast factory, but this right here, Jill Allen's podcast, happens to be Cupcake's favorite on the podcast factory.
Awesome. I love it.
So
I
it's so
love
good to
it.
have you. It's so good to have you. And I
Yeah,
am
thanks for
going
having me.
to just set everything up. So this
Okay.
is where we talk about power, positivity, leadership, and love. And so we always start out with your source of power. Where do you draw your power from, Jill?
Oh gosh, this has been a journey that it's something that I've been working on the last couple years. It's my faith, and that's just it's been a journey on that. Let's just say, but more and more, the more challenges that I know that we're faced with, what my family's faced with. I mean, we're just leaning in to the truth, the word, in that source, and start my day that way too. And then it trickles into all areas of our life. So that's pretty much that main source for me.
I love
It
it.
is the main source.
It is the main source. And so when you say you start your day that way, what does that mean? Paint me a picture here.
Well, actually, we lead Bible studies. And so now we're in a study called the Armor of God, and that just started. So, but daily devotions, and then just like I said, doing the Bible studies with a group, really empowers each and every one of us to, stick together and grow that way, spiritually, emotionally, personally, yeah, physically even. I mean, it just, again, getting that strength from that. So yeah, that's how we start the day. Bible study, devotions. Of course, then you got to go get a workout in too. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
And so just tell me, because I think it's interesting that you said that. You said physically. So how does that play into the physical body, nourishing your soul? How does that play into your physical body?
Well, I think there's so many lies I mean, I know for sure that women believe and fall into that trap of their worth and, their capabilities and their strength, and again, their self-image, their self-esteem. And so we fall into that lie. And so if we can find that truth, again, it goes back into, what's possible for them, for them to be able to nourish their bodies and take care of their bodies and, put themselves out there, to where they can function at their best. So from that physical side, we gotta lean into the truth there.
And you're a trooper. I don't know that everybody knows this, but you have 5 children, is it?
5 kids.
Five
Yeah.
children, and you were also, I don't know if you still do it, triathlete too, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, the one that I was training for in June has been canceled and postponed. And so the training has all been crazy. But yes, yeah.
5 kids, triathlete competitor, no excuses. That's what
Right.
I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
what
No,
is possible, right?
yes. Yeah. No excuses. You gotta be on a mission.
Yes, I
For
love
sure.
it. I love it. I love it. So this leads perfectly into the next part. And I want to talk about the world is crazy. And if you're listening to the media, they're pounding you with bad news. And they do that on purpose for ratings and to keep you hooked. And so, what I want to ask you about is how you manage your headspace and keep your head and your heart positive.
Yeah. I'd like to say that it's positive all day long. Okay. And I think that's just human nature. It's very easy to, fall back in to a negative mindset or get locked in on the fear. But from that, there's only a few things that we can control. And, that's our attitude and, the way that we show up. And so, we really need to be intentional with what we're thinking, what we're speaking, how we're responding, and all of that. It's not to say that we're not going to have a negative thought come through our mind, and that's just who we are. So I think what we need to do is we need to actually spin it, surround ourselves with positive people. Again, ones that lift us up, I think, and not jump in the boat with us, when it comes to that negativity. I don't know about you. I don't watch the news. I watch the news and like 1 second you're sucked in and that negativity and fear sets in
Yeah.
and you start thinking and that doubt. So that's one thing I don't do. But reading
I'm with
books,
you. I'm with you. No news for. And in fact, Cupcake snuck some news today. I said, "What are you trying to do here? Poison yourself?"
yeah, yeah, no, it's not good. So yeah, I mean, we just, I surround myself with, that positive vibe, the people that lift you up. Read books. I do read a lot of books. Um,
What are you
you
reading
know,
now?
right now, well, The Armor of God. And then there's a book that is, I'm sitting on it. I have my computer raised up on it. It's called I Am That Girl and Uninvited. So I'm actually reading the 3. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So you protect your headspace
Mhm.
by being intentional about what you put in there. Whoops, I
Yeah.
knocked the mic there. And then getting around the right people. And so I think that's also something that you offer to other people. Like you're the right person, you're the positive person, and
Hmm.
you're that light. And so I'm pretty sure. What's the name of your community, just in case anybody's looking for some positivity?
Well, it's Fit, Fierce, and Unstoppable. I know it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that, the thing is, if we're real and honest and just being that real and transparent person, I mean, being honest in the fact that we're not always positive, but we all need each other and help, to be able to do that. It's something that we all work on.
Yeah.
So, because it can be a struggle. We have to intentionally be able to, from moment to moment, fuel ourselves and remind ourselves to be able to speak that positivity.
Right. And it starts from inside, but you're going to need some help. You're going to
Yeah.
need, and I had almost a breakdown. Like when I found out this thing was going longer than I thought, it was like 2 weeks and we were done. And I'm like, oh my God. And I had to have a friend, he came on the show and pulled me out of it. He's like, dude,
Right.
you're losing it. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, we can be as strong, as positive as we want, but we're always going to need some help somewhere. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
good to have the right people around you. And that's one of the things I love about having you around me and the rest of Podcast Factory. Like, we got a
Yeah.
bunch of winners being positive, and we can all help each other out. So let's talk
Yeah.
about this. I mean, everything seems different. The world has changed, at least for now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there'll ever be this is the new normal, but how has your leadership changed, whether at home, at work, with your community? How are you leading differently now?
Oh gosh, I think we're actually leading better. My husband and I, we have talked about this, we've prayed about this, of, this has actually been a true blessing. And I think there's two types of people, that go through this. One, the ones that, take a step back and can reset, recharge, take a look at, okay, how is it that I want to be? Who is it that I want to become out, beyond this? Let's create that new normal. Or the ones that, hunker down, drink the wine, the Netflix, things like that. And I don't think there's wrong in any way. I mean, it's how you want to become beyond this. And so in terms of our leadership, and I tell you what, my husband, like, we have a greenhouse, and I know that we had talked about this, but we were just running its course. I mean, we're very, very comfortable from that. And then I'm telling you, I'm so proud of him, from that, watching from that leadership standpoint, in the fact, okay, this is going to impact our business, what our employees, our team, what is it that we can do? So I'm talking about his leadership has stepped up, and we've converted a greenhouse that's been around for 100 years online, and it has just exploded. And
Oh,
so
great.
it's been so good. And in terms of the coaching and the leadership, just showing up for our clients, like, this is the time to say, okay, we're all going through this thing. What can we do to become better? So I'm looking at this as, an opportunity in the best way possible, because of everybody has this chance to kind of recreate, and all of that, and be that person. So I think it's up. I think we've up leveled. Um, from that, we're having family dinners, at home, more time. I do miss the baseball. I do miss the sports. I do that. I love watching our kids, play, but we do have that time at home, and we're just kind of revamping everything. So it's been good.
So a couple things I want to talk about there. And number one, I feel it. I feel your happiness coming through,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to say that everybody that's been on this show has sipped the same Kool-Aid, where we're like, yeah, this is opportunity. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not living this as an opportunity, you're missing out. And I will say that
Mhm.
it is wrong to not take advantage of the time you have. You don't have to
Right.
say that. I'm going to say it. It is
Yeah.
wrong to miss this huge opportunity that you have in front of you. And everybody on here has said the same thing. This is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to step up, an
Mhm.
opportunity, like you said, to recreate.
Mhm.
That's a beautiful word,
Yeah.
recreate. And so let me ask you this, because you said you missed the baseball, you missed the sports. So let's talk about leadership at home. How are the kids taking this? How are you helping them through this? What does that look like?
Yeah, I'd like to say it's perfect. Okay. I mean, it's not, but watching them, we have a senior. Okay. So, I mean, of course he is impacted, track is gone his senior year.
From
The last few months you have your senior prom, all that fun stuff, laser tag or whatever they do, senior tag, graduation is on hold. So from that standpoint, we are missing those things, but he also has, a business, since the age of 14, and he's again pouring his time and effort into that. So it's amazing to see him um, just to dive in to what he is truly wanting to do. As for the other four, they're helping at the greenhouse. I mean, talk about family run.
the heathens
The
with the
heathens are
laundry.
working at the greenhouse. Oh my gosh. Besides that, yeah, they're cleaning their room now. I have time for that. but I've watched them pitch in more. I mean, we had a week of SmackDown, like this is how it's going to be. But, just to watch them come in and help, with the business, and they're learning so much more by doing that. Even homeschooling, they're pretty independent. So I've been blessed with that, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that is
good.
great. Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed it. I get to do homework every day. We've got a new schedule, so me and Huddy sit down and do our homework, do our reading. Kid is crushing it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why were we doing this dumb school thing?
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits, I think, for homeschooling.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It is crazy. Cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. One of my favorite words is love, and I'm a person who leads with love. I'm sure you could speak to leading with love. So, what are you loving right now? What are the opportunities that you're seeing? What has got your heart pumping right now?
Yeah, I think I coach women, okay? So but I see them like reconnecting with their priorities and what it is that they want. I mean, time is the biggest excuse for everyone. And it's funny because we always say time is spelled Love, but the the time aspect of it is like we all have that. How do we, what is it that we do? So that excuse is gone for a lot of us. And so now they're finding time to take care of themselves, finding time to make themselves a priority. Again, just watching everybody respond in a positive way is the big thing. So that's what I love about it. For sure. Because I know our group, we've connected even more during this time because we have more of it. So we get to kind of choose how we want to spend it to better ourselves.
Beautiful. Leaning into the
Mhm.
love. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the biggie. You ready for this?
Oh,
You
yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
down?
I have no idea what you were going to ask me. I'm like, are we going to, yeah. So this is good.
All right. So here we go.
Okay.
5 years from now, everything is as it should be, and you're looking back at this time. How do you want to be remembered?
Oh gosh. Um, I think this would probably apply, whether this pivotal moment happened or not. But someone who has made an impact on somebody else. I always, tell my husband, like, I'm very purpose driven. And I think get fired up if I can make an impact on someone else's day. And if not, like, I know a lot of times, I want to be productive. My productivity comes from helping someone. Like today's going to be a good day. Like just with our conversation here, because I feel productive and being able to help someone. I hopefully, even if it's one person. So I hope that I could be a part of someone else's pivotal moment during that time.
And I live for that, and I
Yeah,
call it like it's the most generous thing and the most selfish thing because it's like your legacy.
yeah,
But it also changes a life, and so
yeah. And
it's
it's hard
seen
to
on
put
both
it into
sides.
words. Yeah,
That's the
yeah. It's
whole thing that drives me too. I love it. I love it.
I
So, all
totally
right,
get it.
what else? Anything else? Any parting thoughts you want to share with the Daily Bread listeners? Anything else? Any positivity? Any uplifting? Anything? This is your moment to share whatever you want.
Anything I want. Man, we just need to take advantage of what's been given, and we need to shift our perspective that this can be such a good thing, but we need to be able to act upon that, and so take a step back, shift your perspective on, and look at the wins. We always talk about the wins, in of what wins are, showing up in our life. And if we can start focusing on all the good, all the rest is just going to come and follow that. There's going to be more good that's going to be popping up. So I think that's what it is. It's like, let's look at those moments and those blessings of what's going on right now and how it can be uh, used for growth. So,
You are amazing, Jill.
well, thanks.
Everybody, this is Jill Allen. Find Your Fierce. You can find her on iTunes. Like I said, Cupcake's favorite show when
Love
she could
it.
go to the gym.
I love it.
She
I
always
love
comes
it.
home talking about you, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I already knew Jill was a winner. I told
Yeah.
you.
No, that's awesome. That's
Right.
fantastic.
So this has been another episode of the dailybreadproject.com. Thank you, Jill, for bringing the light. We needed it.
Thank
Find
you.
Your Fierce is the show, and we will be back in your earbuds next time. Oh, yeah, and I'm supposed to be saying this. I'm terrible at this.
Yeah.
Share this show with somebody. If you're listening right now, if Jill helped you, if you're enjoying the Daily Bread, share this show.
Yeah.
Impact one person.
Yeah.
Share it. Share it. Share it. All right. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will be back next time.
Thank you. See ya.
Ciao.